Hey guys, it's Sonia back for another day, and today we are going to do something very sea inspired because I found these lovely guys. They're ceramic beads. Of course, they look like ammonites. We actually have the real ammonite fossils that we sell into the shop. And they're beautiful. So this mimics this, and so if you love nature, just the nature vibes, if you love the sea vibes. So I'm going to work with these today, and I have 1, 2, 3. Do I have one more? Enough? Did I see I had one more here? Did I imagine that? 1, 2, at least 3 sets. I thought I had enough for one more. If not, the odd one, if it doesn't show up, will become a bracelet. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll take one to make a bracelet. So that's what I'm working with today. How's everybody out there doing? I was just looking, and this is video number 17. We have been hanging out for 17 days straight here. So if you've been following me, I know you know how to make jewelry by now. You can make jewelry, hands down. And then just every day you just get to have fun with it and pick the designs that you want to do, right? So find the beads, get inspired. So I'm going to grab a long one of my head pins today, and that is because this is a pretty big bead, and that's why it's important to have various sizes. So let's go ahead and pick one. It's got a big hole, so I have to test. Will it hold on there? It will not. So that's what I figured. So we're going to go into our seed beads, and this is why it's always great to have seed beads. I'm going to get a bigger, chunkier one. Now I will pick 2 out at the same time that kind of look alike to make things easier for me, because once they're on, then you're like, I need a bead to match, but I can't quite see it. All right, so the seed bead is... seriously, it's your stopper, right? It's pretty, it adds a little bit of light, but it also does a job, because now when we put our shell bead on, it's not going to go anywhere. And I think it fits quite nice. So if you have clear sea beads in your stash, black also is a classic. There's so many different colors, but this is a pretty classic. So I would definitely recommend that you have a few of those. Then the next thing that I'm thinking about doing is I pulled out these 2 beads, 2 bead continued. So I have 2 different beads here. This is apatite, and this is lapis lazuli. 2 different shades of blue. This one's almost like a bluish green. I love this stone. And this is more of a deeper one right here. Love that. If you're into metaphysical properties, oh, by the way, when I look into my crystals, because, they're real and they're different shades when they're cut, the rocks are cut. So I'm just going to pick, again, 2 that looks alike, because there's like a darker green in here, and then there's a more lighter green as well, which could be really pretty. Let's see how we feel. And you want 2 that are about the same size. So I'm just going to make sure I got that pulled out. Just so you know, the apatite is known as a stone of manifestation. So it's known as a stone to work with. If you really want to sit with it and, have it in your life, if there's goals that you want to achieve and you're working towards, it is said that apatite will help you achieve those goals. So it's a very strong stone. And this is what it looks like with this bead. The bead is like a brown, creamy, but it's got a bit of blue. So that's the lighter color, but it's very oceany color, right? So I think it could work. I'll probably do, and then this is a darker one. I like that too. I like that a lot, actually. Maybe I'll start with the darker there. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick right here. This is hematite. So I'm going to use a crystal as well, just to bring in a little bit of silver. And boy, doesn't it make those earrings just look fabulous? Just dangles like that. So fun, especially for summer. A lot of people who come in, they look for souvenirs to bring back home for something, being here on the lake. This is definitely a lake life piece to bring back. I've got some euperlite beads, and I don't know if you've ever heard me talk about those before, if you followed me for a while, but euperlites are stones, crystals that are found right here along the Great Lakes. And we have them here in Erie. So I actually have some Euperlite beads. All right, so we're going to go ahead. I'm going to keep this little piece. Remember, I can turn that into something else another day if I need to with my looper. So that's why I always have those bits and pieces hanging out and about. This morning we had just a fun bunch of customers in, 3 young customers. They came in with their mom and their dad. I'd say the kids were maybe 10, right around there, I'm guessing. And there was 3 of them, just kind of all, you know, about that same size, same age. And they came in from Connecticut. Oh, I did that wrong. Came in from Connecticut, and they're here visiting Erie today. Wrong side, Sonia. Do you see the blue? You can really see it in this one right here. So that's why a blue stone will work well. It'll be fine. It will be fine. We'll see what people gravitate towards. But they were in, and they love the store, and their parents, they just got into Harry Potter. They told me they're reading the Harry Potter books in the series. And so it was just really fun to talk with them. They were really excited. Matt took them around and showed them the Euperlite, the glowy rocks. Kids just love that stuff. Like I say, they love fossils. So they got to see the fossils. Matt kind of took them around on a little bit of a tour. And each of them ended up buying magic wands. So it was so cute. It was so cute. They're out on a family adventure. So you never know when you have a store just who you're going to see. Every day is so different. You never know who's coming into your store. And you never know who they are unless sometimes, you know, you strike up a conversation and you find out, wow, you know, that's a really cool cat. We've met some really amazing people that do great things and are part of great things. And they just happen to be coming through the area. So there's our bead, making sure we're good to go with that one. You know what? You see that? I went and I downsized to a smaller bead. One of these, I'm going to go with a bigger seed bead. There's different sizes. And so it's just going to be important to have one that's not going to pull through your big focal bead, right? But yeah, they come in. It's fun. It's hard having your own store. It's a lot of work. A lot of work. But I will tell you that some days you meet people and you're like, wow, that is like this was such a cool day. Such a cool day. But the kids were really, really happy. I'm having fun in my seed bead soup over here, finding 2 that are alike before I get started, so I don't cry myself to sleep later. Okay, I think that'll be good right there. But yeah, then they were on their way down to Pittsburgh. Or if this one has a super big hole, I could keep that one to be my bracelet as well. Actually, that one fits good, but it does have a wide hole. So you know what? We can do this because we have the ability. We have more. Perfect. All right. And then I could do some lighter ones. Why not? We're going to do a collection here. And we'll do some blue. So that's the really pretty light green. Right there. I love that. And I can't believe how close, like this is July 1st. I am filming this on July the 1st at this moment. So happy Canada Day to my family, my home to the north. I'm excited to get up there. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to get up there. Guys, I'm going to get back home and I'm going to be like, I'm just going to stay here and live in the woods forever. I'm just going to stay here. It's just such a different area that I grew up in. It's so rural. It's so quiet. And honestly, you know, when you're young, you want to get away. And then when you get older and you know, adult responsibilities, you get into the chaos, the rat race of life. And tell me if you know, it's been something the last, like I say, the last normal year was like 2019 that I had. And I haven't been home since, but I'm going to go home and I'm going to be like, I'm just going to stay here. I'm going to live in the woods by a pond and it's going to be great. I think it's going to really, really rejuvenate. I need some rejuvenation. So you guys doing any, what do you call it? Any traveling this summer? Any plans? I'm just excited. Super excited. Okay, Mr. Bead. This is like literally like when you go to, I don't know, you're bobbing for fish or something. These seed beads are never really, I buy them by the strands and they're cut. So I'm trying to do 2 that look very similar. Okay. I swear, did I just lose another one of those ammonite beads? Lose my mind. I don't know, it'll probably show up here in a bit. Where are you? All right, so this is our bead right here. Now I'm going to switch over because I did 2 like that. Yeah, I did 2 like that and with the apatite. Now I'm going to do the lapis. And lapis, again, varying colors inside of it. Pick 2 between dark blue and light. So I can go dark if I want. Let's see what dark looks like compared to light and how it like just kind of amalgamates. Amalgamates, big word of the morning. So this is the dark solid blue. Possibility. Or we go a more vivid blue and it's like a brighter blue. So we got out for our walk last night in the rain. Or do we want to go with a lighter blue? You know what? This lighter blue has this kind of mottled, like if you look into the bead, do you see the darkness in there? Do you see the darkness right here? I think I'm going to go with 2 of those. Let me just find 2 bead planets that look very similar. Because if I can't, that's going to be an issue. But yeah, we got one out for a walk last night. It was raining. And like I said, I don't care. We're not going to melt. And we didn't. But boy, that's nice. Did we get soggy? And I'm going to tell you that it was a beautiful walk. We went for a long walk, but it's not about like not melting. It's about not like rubbing in your stretchy pants when you're soaking. My shoes, Matt's shoes were soaking wet. I'm like, I really didn't think this through. We had a light rain and we're like, yeah, we'll take a walk in the rain. I had to put on a different pair of sneakers this morning when I went to the gym. I don't know how long it's going to take for them to get over it. But, you know, once you get your sneakers wet, oh my gosh. Gotta get them dried. But I will tell you, I have a white pair of sneakers. And I would never tell anybody to get a white pair of sneakers. But I did it because just looking at this to see. This one's kind of dark. Let's see if this one matches better. I went and I got sneakers like 6 months ago and a new pair of sneakers for myself. The heels were like totally damaged on the other shoes. I just ran them into the ground quite literally with a lot of cardio, a lot of walking. And so the shoe that fit me, they only had the white version left, but I went and picked like, okay, it's not about color, it's about the fit right now. I want them to fit my feet really well and my heels and, you know, anyway, white shoes, guys, they're no longer white. And after last night's walk in the rain, I can only hope that some got washed. So yeah, I do have that one. If I don't find a second ammonite bead, because I was like, when I pulled these beads out, I'm trying to remember, did I think to myself, maybe I did think that I had one left over. I do remember thinking that. So I have 3 sets here, and then this one, like I said, will be like a really cool focal point. And now we get the pleasure of putting our things together. So these are the 3 sets that we just did. So yeah, you think that if this is our 17th day, and then we're doing multiples, I do multiples of every design on a daily basis, then yeah, that's a lot of jewelry, right? And a bunch of it's already sold. Oh, you know what? Remember how I told you that if this is like way too open to get your little because you see that, how open that is. I can get my round nose pliers. Kind of come to the edge, but I just want to start that loop a little bit. Because that way, once I put this on, it'll stay on and it won't fall off. It shouldn't. If I hold it right, and then I can squeeze. Oh boy, that went really nice, didn't it? Look at that. That's perfect. And there you go. We did that. Congratulations, friends. I love it. We're bringing stuff to life. That one's got a pretty good loop on it, so it doesn't need any help. They're all stuck together. These are just beautiful. So yeah, I can't believe it's getting so close. Time flies. The beginning of the month, brand new month. I look back at June and I don't even know where June went. How did June go for you guys? It came in, I just remember that. And then it was like gone. June, the month I nearly sweat to death. All right, there's a second one. These are going to be amazing. Amazing on cards. Hanging. The moons that we did yesterday, I put those out this morning. Got my barcodes on them and put them out. Also had a bracelet that one of you guys ordered, and it is off to Texas this morning. So thank you, an opalite butterfly bracelet. But yeah, just going out and hanging my dangly. And now, like, we've done so much, and I have all these little spinny displays. They're all adding up. And I mean, I just look at it and I'm like, oh, this would definitely attract me over. If I was a customer and I saw, like, you know, yellow, bright yellow. That's why it's so fun to do like batches in different colors, because it just, your displays are gorgeous. You know, you end up with just a lot of randomness, eclectic, and it makes it really fun to look through that section. I've seen people find my stuff and go, like, smiles come to their face. Maybe they see my kitty cats that I did with pink crystals. People coming in, they've been buying the jewelry, and I always say thank you so much for your support at the register. And then they go, oh, you made these? You're the maker? My prints have been selling. You know, a lot of people look for a handmade. I want to make sure that's good and tight there. There we go. A lot of people look for handmade. There's something special about that, especially as this world advances. You find really pretty handmade stuff that you connect with. I do need to do some beach glass stuff as well. On my beach glass, I don't even think I have anything left in stock that has beach glass on it. That's another thing we have to do. Like I said, it's like whack-a-mole. You just keep going. All right, bend that down a little bit. So you guys interested in me vlogging a little bit around the trip when I go up home? If you want, because when this 30 days of making jewelry comes to an end, we'll see what else comes around the corner. We'll take it day by day. Right now, of course, this challenge is to fill my shop with pretty things before I leave, so I have inventory here when I'm gone that can sell, and people can come in and browse, and I'm going to feel good because I left the shop stocked. But when I get up there, you know, I can show you what it's like to be on the ferry. We actually drive our vehicle onto a ferry, and the ferry service, Marine Atlantic. That's kind of freaky. You go up a ramp, drive your rig off a dock onto a boat, and then you're not allowed to stay in your vehicle. You have to, like, get out. Everything gets chained down. It's like, what, depending on conditions, But on average, I want to say it's a 7-hour ferry ride. And we're doing the overnight crossing. I like day and I like night for various reasons. But I will tell you that if you get there and you're tired, then you can kill a little bit of the trip just because you're sleeping, right? There are no cabins available, no seats available in the lounge area. So it is going to be get out of your vehicle, run to the top deck as fast as possible, and try to find somewhere to sleep for the night. So we'll be sleeping in a chair, and you know, it's kind of fun and exciting, though. I'm not gonna lie, I love it. And you know, it's exciting. You get to go back home. You're going to a whole new place. And yes, there will be kids screaming, and yes, there will be like television on, movies on. But if you carry your headphones, you can listen to a podcast and fall asleep, or something on your own, something on your own phone, a video or something. And then you usually get up and you stretch your legs because your back's gonna kill you. Already, I'm like, I can feel it. It's killing me. Your back's going to kill you. And then you get up and you stretch a little bit. Maybe you go have a coffee, have a snack, you come back again. You know, you go outside as you're cruising. You can go and just kind of look over the side of this giant, massive ship. Hundreds of vehicles on board with you. And just really look out and see, people and, there's a lot of people. And because it is an island, it's a beautiful island. It sees a lot of people. And so it's, you've got to book. You've got to book to make sure you get your spot. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get over there. It's summertime, right? And as people do camping and stuff, videos, and do van life, I noticed, as somebody who has done van life and enjoys van life, that a lot of vloggers have gone over to the island of Newfoundland, and so now more and more people are hearing about it, and in a very chaotic dumpster fire type world that we live. The struggle is real in various ways for all of us. It's a place to go, and it's an island, so therefore it has its own culture, and it is like a time capsule. And like I say, when I go home, I'm going to go back in that time capsule. I'm going to be like, just leave me here on the side of a cliff, watching the whales. It's going to be great. Friends, we just did that. We made 3 different sets. I'm probably going to sell these. On average, I sell my earrings between $13.99 and $15.99. And that's a great price point for me. So people grab them and they disappear. I don't want to be a museum. I want to create more. And so I don't price myself to be crazy. I want people to come in and go, handmade, beautiful earrings. I love them. I want them. And they grab them. So yeah, that's where I price them to. So you think that these earrings right here, if I do these at $14.99 probably each, I'll do $14.99 or $15.99 on these. And then if you think about like that times 3, that is what? Somebody do the math. $10, $20, $30, $40, $45. We spent 23 minutes here making these. So I feel like jewelry is a good exchange, and I do make a lot of stretch bracelets, necklaces, and earrings, just because in this style, because this is one size fits all. And so they always tend to find homes. So now we have 3 versions. We have the darker apatite, the lighter apatite crystal stone that we paired with it. Tell me what's your favorite. And then this is the lapis, Lapis. And by the way, lapis is the dark blue. It's related to the throat chakra if you're interested in the properties, metaphysical qualities. And this one's all about kind of like communication, your throat chakra. I think speaking your voice, putting yourself out there, being a good leader, and really communicating clearly your needs. So this is goal setting, and this is just being a really strong communicator and not filtering yourself, rather putting your voice out there. So like I said, crystals run deeper than just they're pretty, they're beautiful. They might be somebody's birthstone, birth month, favorite color, but then there's also the people that come to buy them because they're not only beautiful, but they might have a deeper meaning of something that they're working on in their lives. Tell me if you get it. If you get it, leave me something beachy below, a beachy emoji. That would be amazing if you got this far in the video. Thank you guys. I'm going to go ahead, take a minute now, and I'll write the bead name on the side here. And I'll give them one final look over, and then they'll go in my bags. I will tag them, and then we will be done for another day. We'll move on to another project here at the shop. I've got some candles to make actually today. I sold out on candles of a style candle that I did. So that was very successful. So I'm going to do some more of those. And, you know, there's always something. All right, beautiful people, make it a great day. And yeah, just do something that you love. See ya.